They're in Seattle tonight. Good evening, Cam Moon, along with Bob Stauffer, Bryn Griffiths, Rob Brown, Jack Michaels, Brendan Escott, Aidan Gannam. We are the Oilers Radio Network. Go to our starting lineup, and it's brought to you by Coventry Homes. Flexibility within reach. Get back in the game with customizable designs by Coventry Homes, the official builder of the Edmonton Oilers. For the Oilers, up front, Connor McDavid with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Connor Brown. On defense, Matthias Ekholm and Evan Bouchard. In goal, it's Calvin Pickard. For the Kraken, Chandler Stevenson with Jared McCann and Andre Burakovsky up front. On defense, Jamie Alexiak and Brandon Montour. In goal, it's Philip Grubauer. The referees tonight, Mitch Dunning and Brian Pakmara. Bevan Mills and Libor Suchanek, they're on the lines. We get set to go here at Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle. Great to have you on board wherever you are along the Oilers Radio Network. We drop the puck. We are underway as Ekholm to center ice will shoot it in. Grubauer making his fourth straight start in that Seattle net, gets it to the corner. Now the lights went out. Wow. Oh, now they're back on. 11 seconds into the game, and the lights go out in Seattle, but they're back.
Well, sleepless in Seattle, I guess. The Oilers had the puck, so...
Okay. Well, that was bizarre.
I know down in Bakersfield, they turn the lights out after every goal.
Right.
About 3 seconds after they score a home goal.
At least that you're expecting.
Yep.
Off the draw, Bouchard shot doesn't get through. At the side of the net is McDavid. His pass in front gets knocked down. Now he'll get it back to the point. To Bouchard, winds it up, shoots, and that goes off the outside of the net, and the puck over to the right wing boards. Nugent-Hopkins missed McDavid with it. Bouchard left corner to McDavid. From the angle, that misses. McCann will try to get it out. He can't. And then Bouchard had to go off of McCann, and it goes out of play. We're just 36 seconds into a scoreless first.
Wow, the Oilers got the memo. Let's put some pucks on the net on this guy because Philip Grubauer has struggled. Now, he had a pretty good start the last time we were here, which was March 2nd of 2024. Oilers ended up winning that game 2-1. Stuart Skinner was terrific in that hockey game. But Edmonton, I don't know if they got any credit for shots, but at least 3 shot attempts on the net already.
Grubauer with 19 saves and a 4-3 shootout loss to Vancouver on Thursday. Again, his 4th straight start in goal with Joey Decord out due to injury. Face off to the left of Grubauer, puck into the corner, and it goes to Dunn. He's playing in his 500th NHL game, and he's in behind his own net. Brings it up the left side, and Kulak tried to keep it in, put it right off of Jaden Schwartz. It comes out. Inside his own end is Kulak, now to Podkolzin down the right wing. Gets it across to Draisaitl, to Podkolzin, scores! Vasily Podkolzin from the right side. He gets the pass from Draisaitl, and it's 1-0 for the Oilers.
Well, Dan Biles was looking down at the bench on the zone entry for Edmonton, but Leon Draisaitl threads the needle to Vasily Podkolzin. I think the play's onside, and I mean, wide open net. There's nothing there that Grubauer can do. And the Oilers with a quick one here early.
4th of the year for Podkolzin. Draisaitl now with a 14-game point streak as he'll pick up an assist. And the Oilers, just 57 seconds into the first period, go up by a score of 1-0. Puck shot into the Kraken zone. It goes to the right corner. Riker Evans up against the boards. He got it to the line off the stick of Stetcher. It comes out Bjorkstrand into the Oiler end down the left wing. Leaves the puck in the left wing corner. To right, now to Bjorkstrand. Up against the boards with Nurse. Right there. Gets to the top of the circle. Hyman, he'll get it out. Off the stick of Janmark. Mahura will put it through the middle. And it's dumped into the Oilers' zone. Pickard off the boards and out. And Mahura, the St. Albert product, just inside his own blue line. Mahura over to Evans. Back to Josh Mahura, has the puck in the right corner of his own zone. 1-0 Oilers lead here in the first. Vasily Podkolzin's 4th of the season. Up to center ice it goes. To Tanev, he'll shoot it in. Pickard to the left wing. Jeff Skinner's got to kick it to Kulak. Now over to Emberson. Emberson will get it up the right wing. To Kapanen, across to Skinner, and he'll lift it in on the backhand. It goes in behind the net. 1-0 Oilers here in the first period. Ben Myers moves it through the middle, up the right wing, just off the right wing boards. Emberson back into his own end for Edmonton. Emberson across to Kulak. Kulak will take it back in behind the Edmonton net. We're 2:25 into this first period, 1-0 Edmonton. Out comes Kulak from behind the goal through the middle. Gave the puck to Amberson, now to Nugent Hopkins. Looking in over the line. His shot, Grubauer the save. He didn't know where it was, but he held on.
Yeah, the Oilers are putting pucks in the net early here. Every chance they get. Rob Brown mentioned, you get a goaltender with the career .834 save percentage against you. You got to test them early. And Rob mentioned 12 to 15 shots. And the Oilers, of course, are amongst the shot leaders in the NHL. Second most shots on goal, most slot shot attempts.
Face off to the right of Grubauer as Podkolzin from Draisaitl and Arvidsson. 57 seconds in. On a beautiful looking play. Ekholm on the left wing point to Bouchard. Now on the right to Nugent Hopkins. Hordes will go behind the net. McDavid takes it to the right wing to the top of the circle. Turns back towards the boards, goes to the corner, now in behind the net, to the left side, to Connor Brown, that goes through his skates, and Burakovsky can come the other way for Seattle. Now in over the line to Stevenson, a shot wide of the Edmonton net, and it's out through center, it's Brown. His pass picked off by Burakovsky. He'll get it out, right wing to McCann, into the Oilers zone. His drop pass broken up by Brown. The breakaway pass to McDavid. He's in, the backhand, pad save made by Grubauer.
Connor's got to shoot pucks. It's not shoot.
Grubauer played it in behind the net to Alexiak. Up the right wing off the stick of Kakko, and it goes into the Oilers zone. Pickard can rim it. Podkolzin now to Draisaitl. 1-0 Oilers here in the first. Draisaitl into the Seattle end to the left wing corner to Nurse. He'll chop it in behind the net. Trying to bring it out front was Arvidsson. He got stopped. It goes to the blue line. Kulak to the middle. Right wing to Draisaitl. He's top of the circle. Went to shoot it. Fanned on it. And Beniers could get it out for the Kraken. Out through center ice to Evans on the right. His pass through the skates of Schwartz. Into the Oilers zone, Kulak in behind his net. Little bank pass up the left off the stick of Podkolzin, and it comes out. Mahura takes it into his own zone for Seattle. Oilers will make a change. Mahura up the left wing to Evans, up the left wing boards to right. He'll backhand it in. Pickard sweeps it to the right corner. Up the right wing side, Henrique got it out. Found Janmar to Hyman. Into the Seattle zone. Goes to the right wing corner. Dunn takes him to the end boards. Henrique gets it free to Janmark. Up the right side. He'll shoot it. Save made by Grubauer. Held on. 4 minutes, 32 seconds gone in the first. 1-0 Oilers lead.
Wow, 3 of the 4 lines have made a concerted effort to put pucks on the net right from the get-go here. Connor McDavid with a bit of a lucky breakaway on off a busted zone entry for Seattle, and he had a lot of speed going, but 2 years ago how many goals did he get 2 years ago? A lot. Over 60. He shot the puck a lot on breakaways. Yeah. And he's gone to dekes, and he tried to deke around Grubauer. Grubauer's got good feet. That's the one thing he's got. Of course, grew up playing soccer in Europe.
Dumped into the Oilers zone. Picker's going to have to play it. Rims it. Myers up the left wing. To the left wing point to Dunn. Left side. Karche's shot. And a stick save made by Pickard. Along the boards, Ryan to Kapanen. He'll get it to center ice. Now to Nurse. Brings it into the Seattle zone. Will rim the puck over to the right wing. Dunn into the corner with Pisperry. Kapanen right on him. It does come loose. A bouncing puck to Karche. Karche spun around by Kapanen. The puck in the neutral zone. Ryan makes a good play to get it into Seattle territory to Kapanen. Down low to Skinner. Scores! Jeff Skinner outweights Grubauer. Puts it up high. And it's 2-0 Edmonton.
That's just a great goal. That's what you're looking for the Edmonton Oilers when they picked up Jeff Skinner. That's his 7th goal. Derek Ryan makes the play, though. He fends off a hit. Stripped his man right in front of the Seattle bench. That created the 2-on-1. And the Oilers have got a quick start here in Seattle.
That's 5:18 time of that one. Great move by Skinner, but you are right. It all started with Derek Ryan in the neutral zone to create the rush. And the Oilers have a 2-0 lead here at Climate Pledge Arena over the Seattle Kraken. McDavid will get it in on the right wing. He had a 12-game point streak snapped last night in a 3-2 win over Anaheim. The puck just inside the Edmonton blue line. Bouchard up to McDavid. Comes into the Seattle zone. Stops up on the right. Can leave the puck to Nugent Hopkins. It's shot, and that goes wide of the net, around the boards and out. McDavid starts up at his line to Matthias Ekholm, left wing to Nugent Hopkins. Get it up into the air. Alexiak has to deal with the bouncing puck as he goes in behind the net over to the left wing. Up the left wing boards. Gave it to McCann. He just got it out. Ekholm will dump it back in. Montour across to Alexiak. To Burakovsky. He's going to lose it to Nugent Hopkins. His pass just off of Schwartz. He'll take it back into his own zone. Skinner from Kapanen and Ryan at 5:18. 2-0 Oilers lead. Shot into the Oiler end. Pickard got it to the boards and up the left wing where Arvidsson skates onto it. Brings it into the Seattle zone. Holds up on the left side, top of the circle. Pass to the point. Goes off of Kako and down the ice. Pickard helps that puck over to Kulak as he comes out in front of the Edmonton net. Up the right wing to Arvidsson. Arvidsson to Podkolzin. He'll shoot it into the right wing corner. He'll go after it. He gets to it. Gets knocked down. Puck near the top of the circle through the middle. And Evans will bring it out for Seattle. Down the right wing into the Oilers zone. Evans to the net. A shot. That one bounced towards the goal. And I think Nurse kept it out. And then it's covered by Pickard. Wow. That's amazing. That didn't go in the net.
But not sure how it didn't go in.
Somehow it didn't. We're going to take a break. 6:52 gone here in the first. 2-0 Oilers lead the Kraken from the Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network. Lead the Kraken here in the first. And tonight's Oilers 50-50. It's presented by Rogers. It's in support of the Edmonton Down Syndrome Society, Special Olympics Alberta, and the Winifred Stewart Association. All honoring the legacy of Joey Moss by empowering and supporting individuals with Down syndrome. Get your tickets at EdmontonOilers.com/50-50. Face off in the Oilers zone. It's in behind the Edmonton net. Squeezes over to the right wing corner. Up the right side. Emberson will get it out. Banks it into Seattle territory. It goes down the left side. Hyman working the left wing. Colvin is able to push it around to right. Right will get it out. And it's Emberson just inside his own blue line for Edmonton. Tries to turn it up the right wing, but Bjorkstrand's right there. Emberson makes the move, though, and is able to get it out where he finds Adam Henrique. Off the boards and in. We're 7.5 into the first. 2-0 Oilers lead. Vasily Podkolzin and Jeff Skinner are the goal scorers. On the left side, Janmark into the Kraken zone, over to the right wing, into the right wing corner for Zach Hyman. Hyman jams it in behind the net. Janmark around the boards, but Colvin was there for Seattle. He'll get it out to Bjorkstrand into the Oiler end, but Ryan catches up to him, takes him over to the boards. Puck comes loose, and through the middle, it was played out by Kapanen where he finds Skinner. Jeff Skinner will dump it in. Evans to the end boards with Kapanen on him. Skinner digs the puck out, gives it to Stetcher on the right point. Now to Skinner, will shoot it, and a save made by Grubauer. Puck goes to the right corner in the Seattle zone. Skinner with it again, pass to the point, gets between the defenseman, it comes out. Nurse will shoot it back in. Oilers will make changes. Maher on the left wing boards in his own zone. Up to Tanev, his pass goes off of Connor Brown. Tanev now able to get it out, skates through the middle. Comes into the Oiler end, goes into the left wing corner with it. Around him behind the net. Ekholm there for Edmonton. Up the right side for Skinner. Jeff Skinner into the Seattle zone. Played the puck into the right wing corner. Montour and behind his net around to the line. Bouchard didn't quite get there, and that was offside against Edmonton. 8 minutes, 50 seconds gone in the second. 2-0 Oilers lead.
Couple out-of-town Pizza 73 updates for you. 5-point performance of Matthew Nyes, 3 goals, 5 points. And Mitch Marner at 5 points. The Maple Leafs beat Boston 6-4. Boston has the Islanders tomorrow, and at Edmonton and Boston on Tuesday. Edmonton Oil Kings up 3-1. Oil Kings up 3-1 second period over Lethbridge. Beat them 7-3 last night.
Host them tomorrow at 4 o'clock at Rogers Place. Lethbridge again for the third time in as many days. Puck dumped into the Seattle zone. Alexiak around the boards. Empty in by Bouchard. Near the top of the circle. McCann to the middle, in behind everybody. So Burakovsky's got to go back for it. Up the left wing to McCann. Pulls it off the left wing boards. Now to Alexiak. Into the Oiler end. Off the right wing boards into the corner. And McDavid there for Edmonton. He's able to just get it out to center ice. Montour right back in with it. Bouchard to bounce it out. McCann across to Montour on the right. He'll drill the puck in. Rims on the left. Bouchard to Ekholm. Ekholm back to Evan Bouchard. Bouchard over to Matthias Ekholm. Over to Bouchard. Bouchard's got points in 3 straight. Now to Draisaitl as he comes down the left wing. Has to shoot it in. Goes over to the right wing board. Done in behind his own net to Montour. 2-0 Oilers lead here in the first. Around to Kakko. He'll get it out through the middle. The puck played into Beniers. A hard shot and a save made by Pickard. As Beniers skated into it just inside the Oiler blue line. Schwartz back to the point, picked off by Podkolzin. He'll get it out. Arvidsson's going to go in there. He'll negate the icing. Goes to the right corner, takes a hit from Dunn. But here's with a loose puck. 9:43 to go here in the first. 2-0 Edmonton. Arvidsson hit on the end boards this time by Adam Larson. The puck cleared out. Nurse in the neutral zone to Draisaitl. Draisaitl with an assist here in the first period. He's got points in 14 straight. It's knocked out of the zone, and Nurse will have to go back for it in his own end. Nurse, who had a goal and an assist last night in that 3-2 win over Anaheim. In behind his net, up the middle to Kulak. He got his stick lifted. Wright comes the other way. Wright pass to the middle, broken up by Kulak. He'll wheel in behind the net, gets away from Wright. Cuts through the middle as he gains center. Now into the Seattle zone to Henrique. Across to Hyman on the right wing. Hyman to the right wing corner in the Seattle zone. Takes it to the boards with Mahura on him. Lifted up to the middle. Wright can go across to Evans. The right wing to Tolvanen. Off his stick and into the Oilers zone. Emerson, left wing corner now to Stetcher. Up the boards where he finds Janmark. And he'll skate through the neutral zone, come into the Seattle end. Left wing to Henrique. Henrique will shoot it. Stick saved by Grubauer. To the side of the net it goes, and Tanev will come out for Seattle. Gathers speed at center ice. On the left wing to Cartier. Back to Tanev. To Cartier. Angled shot off the shoulder of Pickard. And that's going to go up and out of play. We've played, we're down to 8:16 here in the first period. The Oilers have a 2-0 lead on the Kraken. We'll be right back from the Climate Pledge Arena here in Seattle. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network. Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling. Home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. Vasily Podkolzin, Jeff Skinner. They're the goal scorers so far in this game. Bob, Edmonton they got 7 shots on net. They've probably attempted double that.
Yeah, they've been putting pucks on goal, no question. And Seattle's given up the middle of the ice in transition as well. Connor McDavid's been stopped on a breakaway in this game, or it'd be worse than 2-0.
Face off to the right of Pickard. Puck back to the point. Montour laid it in behind the Edmonton net. It comes loose to McDavid. Right wing to Nugent-Hopkins through the middle to Ekholm out through center. Now in over the line to Brown on the left. They go to the left wing corner. One-handed behind the net to McDavid. Finds Nugent-Hopkins across. Bouchard, one-tonner in the glove. Saved by Grubauer. He'll hold on to it. Brown in front of the goal.
Yeah, he got there a little late, though. Didn't have much of a net front. Pretty easy shot for Grubauer to face in spite of how hard Evan Bouchard can unleash that bomb. But he had a clean look at it.
7:54 to go in the first.
Leon Draisaitl not happy with his performance last night, but made the play when it mattered in a 2-2 game. And
that's right.
Scored his 28th of the year. He's got an assist tonight. It's up to a 14-game point streak.
26 points and counting in the last 14 games. Puck goes to the middle. Vince Dunn will bring it out. Right wing to Kakko. Off the right wing boards and in. Thatcher shoveled it around. Kakko was able to knock it down. Even to Schwartz. Lost it. Draisaitl can go cross ice to Arvidsson. Comes down the right wing into the Seattle zone. To Draisaitl off the right side to Stetcher. Is one-timer in the glove save made by Grubauer.
Unfortunately, Podkolzin wasn't able to get a stick on that deflection attempt. Again, with this lineup, Connor and Leon have been centering their own lines most of the year. But Zach Hyman not playing in the top six. That means your top three lines have got a 50-goal scorer from each of the last two seasons. Oh, the fourth line's got a 30-goal scorer. He's done it 6 times. That's Jeff Skinner.
Yeah.
And he's got one tonight, and it was a beauty.
Mahura off the draw on his own end for the Kraken. Up in the air and out. Emberson to Skinner, back to Emberson. Emberson through the middle to Ryan. Turns up the left wings, able to shoot it into the Seattle zone. He'll go after it. Ryan gets it to the middle, but man, there for Seattle. To Tolvin and pass through the middle. He gave that away to Jeff Skinner. Now he gets it right back. Tolvin and right wing to Bjorkstrand. Through the middle of the ice, knocked down by Ryan. To Skinner on the right to Hyman, and he put himself offside. Right at the Seattle blue line. 6:52 to go here in the first period. 2-0 Oilers lead. Oilers will go to Boston, Pittsburgh, and Chicago as well on this trip.
The old Seattle, Boston, Pittsburgh, Chicago
well, yeah,
trip.
I mean, that one happens all the time, of course.
Well, we're only going to go across a couple time zones tomorrow, like 3 of them.
That's right. Oilers back at home on the 13th of January. They host the Los Angeles Kings as Henrique comes into the Seattle end right wing corner. Myers takes him to the boards. It goes in behind the net. Adam Larson, the former Oiler, up the right wing for Tanev. Escaped to center ice. Got it to the Edmonton blue line. It goes into the right corner where Myers will pick it up for Seattle. Pass to the middle, but he misses Karche. And out comes Janmark for Edmonton. Into the Seattle zone, to the right wing corner. Larson had a goal just off his stick. Like sitting there for a moment. Myers lost his stick. He's trying to tie it up in the corner. Oilers able to get it free, and it's Janmark to the blue line, to Stetcher. He'll get it across to Nurse, into the slot. Janmark in front of the net. That went off his skate and just wide of the goal.
Yeah, Hyman on the back door if that got through.
Larson up the right wing, off at Tanev. It'll go into the Oilers zone. Troy Stetcher will stop in behind the Edmonton net. Shots are 9-2. It's 2-0 Edmonton with 5:49 to go here in the first period.
Static 1-2-2 forecheck here.
Stetcher out the right wing to Nugent-Hopkins into the Seattle end to Brown. It's shot and kicked out by Grubauer after it hit a Seattle stick, and Burakovsky comes the other way. Into the Oiler end on the right wing. Lost it just inside the blue line. Connor Brown to center ice. He'll dump it in. McCann's got to turn back and go get it. To the right corner to Montour. Up the boards. Ekholm keeping it in for Edmonton. Nugent-Hopkins pass hits a stick. Bounces up into the air. Goes into the corner. Montour to Burakovsky. To the line. Doesn't get it out. McDavid across to Bouchard. Hammers that thing off of Alexiak. And it hits the end glass. Montour will flip it out.
This has been a dominant period from Edmonton.
Bouchard to Ekholm. Center ice will dump that in. Gloved down by Riker Evans. Will come up the left wing for Seattle. To center ice. Now to Schwartz. Into the Oiler and stops on the left wing. Put it to the corner. Emerson there for Edmonton. Up against the boards. To Schwartz. Schwartz trying to get it low in behind the net. To Kako will go over to the right wing. Kako into the right wing corner. In behind the net. To Schwartz. Back to the right point. Picked off by Podkolzin. To Emberson. Up to Podkolzin. He'll get to center ice and he'll shoot it in. He'll go off the end glass. Evans in his own zone. Up through the middle. Gave it to Beniers. He's able to get it out. Kulak for Draisaitl. Cross ice backhand pass. Now Nurse has it. Only got it to center ice. Mahura just inside his own blue line now to Seattle up the right wing. Oliver Bjorkstrand up the right side off the stick of Colvin. It goes deep into the Oiler end. Under 4 to go here in the first period. 2-0 Edmonton leads. Stetcher skates up the right wing. Comes into the Seattle zone. Goes to the right wing corner. Now in behind the net. Taken out hard by Dunn. And the puck cleared out. Nurse to Kapanen. Now to Skinner. Jeff Skinner. Finds Kasperi Kapanen. Goes on the right wing to Henrique. Got caught up in his skates. Now he's able to shoot it in. Larson in behind the net. Cranks it up the right side to Karche. He'll shoot it in. Pickard out of his net. He'll stop it. Pickard off the left wing boards. Up to Adam Henrique. Will cross ice for Janmark. Janmark a check by Tanev. Loose puck goes to Alexiak. Now down the left wing to Cartier. The angle shot and the glove save made by Pickard. He snags it out of the air and he holds on. We'll take a break with 3:06 to go here in the first. 2-0 Oilers lead the Kraken from Seattle at the Climate Pledge Arena. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network. Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer. We're here at the Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle. 2-0 Oilers lead. 3:06 to go in the first period. Todd Colson and Skinner, the goal scorers for Edmonton. Jeff Skinner, of course. Face off to the right of Calvin Pickard. McDavid will get into that face-off circle. Up against Chandler Stevenson. Puck goes to the top of the circle, off the stick. Well, shot by McCann goes off the stick up into the air, gloved by Pickard.
Jared McCann, 40 and 29 goals last couple of years. Three-time 20-goal scorer for this organization since coming over. Expansion draft.
Face off to the right of Pickard. McCann will turn to shoot it. It hits Ekholm. And Matthias Ekholm take it in behind his net. Stop back there. Up the right wing for Bouchard. He'll get it out to McDavid. Went off his stick. Burakovsky now to McCann. Into the Oiler end. Rips it on the right. Stevenson goes in behind the Edmonton net. Left wing corner. To McCann, back to Alexiak. The shot and the save by Pickard, but no rebound to be had with 2:36 to go here in the first period.
Play was in the neutral ice area, and Connor McDavid couldn't control a puck, and they got it ripped back in Edmonton's end and then fired one on goal.
Calvin Pickard's last game, December 29th. That was a 5-3 loss in Anaheim. He had 27 saves. Had won 4 in a row before that. Face-off will be to Pickard's right. Pickard 8-4-0 coming into this. This is his 14th appearance of the season. They battle for it. It's Draisaitl behind the goal to Nurse. Nurse over to Draisaitl. He'll come up the right wing. Now through the middle of Podkolzin. Goes off his skate. Now gets it to his stick. Across to Nurse. He'll shoot it in. Grubauer to stop it. Almost gave it away. Well, he did. Gave it away to Draisaitl left side. Back to the right point. The one-time shot by Kulak goes off a leg over to the boards. But here's off the glass and out. Gets to it himself. Brings it into the Oiler end. Comes down the left wing. Round to the right to Kako. Back to the blue line to Larson. A wrist shot, and that's blocked in front of the goal, and it is Nurse to skate out through center ice. Give it to Draisaitl. Comes into the Seattle zone. Cross ice pass, but Kako got to it before Podkolzin could. Kako will get it out. At center ice, Schwartz will shoot it in. Pickard got it up the left wing. Podkolzin now to Kapanen. Down the left side. Off the boards and in. Evans to Mahura for the Kraken in his own zone. Up the right wing to Bjorkstrand. Cuts to the middle at center ice. Now into the Oiler end. Bjorkstrand over to the right wing. Down the boards on the left to Evans. Left corner behind the net to right. Right will slide over to the right side. Up to the top of the circle. Out of the blue line. Tolvin in shot. Net sails wide of the Edmonton net. Off the glass. Goes out of play with 1:09 to go in the first. Oilers up by a score of 2-0 on Seattle. Oilers scoring 57 seconds in and then 5:18 in. Colson's fourth, Skinner's seventh. Face-off will be to the left of Calvin Pickard. Adam Henrique to take the draw. He'll be in there against Chandler Stevens. Puck goes to the left wing. Kulak high in the air and out. Alexiak had it hit him. Then it goes off of Zach Hyman into the Seattle zone. Henrique played in behind the net. We're into the last minute here of the first. 2-0 Oilers lead. Tanev trying to protect it on the end boards. A right wing to Cartier. He'll go cross ice out to center. Stepping up, Emberson dumps it right back in. Hyman left side to Janmark. Janmark looking to the slot. He'll go cross ice and it goes into the corner. Shot out by Montour to center ice, where he gives it to Stevenson. Gets wedged on the boards by Henrique. Puck goes to Hyman. Hyman at the center ice line will dump it in. 25 seconds to go here in the first. There's Alexiak up the right wing to Montour. Steers the puck to Burakovsky. Lost it at center ice. Draisaitl into his own end, just inside the blue line. Up the right wing to Arvidsson. Back to Draisaitl. Comes into the Seattle zone. Stops up to Arvidsson. He's going to go to the net. The pass. That one went off the pad of Grubauer. And it's cleared into the Seattle bench. Trying to get it to the side of the net to Nugent-Hopkins, or to the side of the net for Draisaitl was Arvidsson, and to McDavid, and that pass went off the pad of the netminder Grubauer.
And Montour had McDavid covered.
Yeah,
on the backside.
Face off to the left to Grubauer. 5 seconds to go here in the first period. 2-0 Oilers lead.
They're not giving shots away for free tonight, let me tell you.
I would say the Oilers have probably attempted close to 20 or more at this point. They say they have 9 have hit the net. McCann will take it in the corner. Period comes to a close.
Good period from Edmonton.
Very, very good period. As Calvin Pickard didn't have to deal with much. They say 3 shots got to him, and none of them were there. Any of them were, I would say, of the super difficult variety. 2-0 Oilers lead the Kraken. We're getting ready for the second period of play, and I can tell you the Oilers 50-50 presented by Rogers. It's back with life-changing jackpots. Tonight's jackpot, it's sitting at $326,000. The February bonus jackpot at $90K right now, and it's climbing. Our next lucky winner could be you. Get your tickets now at EdmontonOilers.com/5050.
Real good period for Edmonton. Ended up out shooting 10-3. Anytime you outshoot a team 10-3 on the road in the first period, about as good as it gets.
Or as good as it gets is right. Montour up the right wing to Burakovsky. Comes into the Oilers' end down the right wing. Goes to the right wing corner. McDavid on him. He's up the right side, top of the circle, to the left wing point to Alexiak. Penalty coming to Edmonton when they touch it. The turn, the shot, and it's blocked by Bouchard as McCann put it towards the goal. But the first power play of the game is going to the Seattle Kraken as Connor McDavid goes to the box for Edmonton. And he'll get 2 for hooking.
So Seattle's power play, 22nd in the league at 18.3%. The Oilers penalty killing 23rd in the league at 76.4%. Did get touched for one last night.
But has been good.
44 of 48 before that. So 45 of the last 50. That's 90% for Edmonton. Now Henrique was in the box last night when Anaheim tied the game at 2-2.
Oiler penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. As Ekholm gets it off the draw, rims the puck, but it's kept in. And it's Bjorkstrand on the right wing point for Seattle. Down the left side to McCann to the blue line to Dunn. Dunn down the left wing to McCann. Turns back to the boards and gives it away to Nugent-Hopkins. He'll come out down the right side. Cross-ice pass. Oh, that got picked off. It hit Dunn, and here comes McCann into the Oiler end. To Stevenson. Goes to the right wing corner. Back to the blue line. Bjorkstrand across the line to Dunn. He'll shoot it, and that one blocked. And the puck goes into the left wing corner of the Oilers zone. Pass to the point to McCann. Will just keep it in left point. Over to Bjorkstrand on the right. To McCann. Into the high slot, Dunn to the right wing for Stevenson. Right wing corner, Schwartz. His pass goes just off of Henry, comes back to Schwartz. Give it to Stevenson, right wing, top of the circle, now to the point. Dunn, left to McCann, to Dunn on the right. Here's Stevenson in front of the net, goes off a skate, goes to Emerson, and off the right wing boards and down the ice.
Oilers got a lucky break on the ricochet there, but Edmonton had a chance to get the puck deep, didn't. And Seattle created 2 second chance opportunities with the Oilers' first forward group a little bit tired out there.
Burakovsky through the middle, 2-0 Oilers here early in the second. Puck goes near the blue line and comes back to Kulak, and through the middle he's able to get it out. 30 seconds left to go in the penalty to McDavid. Montour to center ice. Swings it back to Burakovsky. Stood up at the blue line by Janmark. Now the pass comes across. Shane Wright into the Oilers zone. Top of the circle, back to the point. Montour has it. Left wing boards to right. Swept off his stick, but goes to Kako and behind the goal. The right, left wing corner. Now to Kako. Tackle to right. Back to the point. There's nobody there for Seattle. It comes out and the penalty is over.
Oilers will be able to get Draisaitl and Hyman out here with McDavid, I would think.
Montour trying to wind it up out of his own end. Seattle 0 for 1 with the man advantage. Tolvanen will dump it in. Ekholm goes to the end boards. Rims on the left to McDavid. Into the middle of the ice to Bouchard. A left wing to Draisaitl. Just missed him with a pass. They're going into Seattle zone. Larson on the end boards. Hit Hyman with it. Now Draisaitl centering pass. That goes off a stick. But McDavid can keep it in to Draisaitl. Left wing corner. Back to the point to Ekholm. Across the line to Bouchard. Into the slot. Off the stick of Draisaitl and bringing it out as Tanev for Seattle. Only got it to center ice. Hyman will come into the Seattle zone. Lost it as it had his stick lifted. Adam Larson will hold on to it in his own end. We played 3 minutes, 20 seconds of the second period. 2-0 Edmonton leads. Left wing to Alexiak through the middle. That misses Cartier. No ice. I mean, maybe he got his stick on it, I guess.
No, Edmonton just was slow to play it as well.
Puck comes out to center ice.
That'll be icing.
Pass by Mahura went to no one, and it goes down the ice. There will be icing.
Mahura, a player you know well?
Yes. Played in Red Deer and Regina in the WHL, St. Albert product.
Now, the year you guys hosted in 2016, did he suffer a significant knee injury and then return for the playoffs?
Yeah, that's amazing. But yeah, there was a lot of downtime for him, and then got dealt to Regina when they hosted the Memorial Cup. So he played in a couple of Memorial Cups.
He played 2 years ago in the Stanley Cup final a lot for Florida, and was the odd man out last year.
Yes.
Signed here as a number 6 defenseman, and once they made the deal to get Kakko, moved out to Oregon. Now Mahura is in there on a regular basis.
Face off to the left to Grubauer. Mahura up the left wing to McCann. Squeeze that out through the middle of the ice. Jeff Skinner bring the puck in on the left side. Gets spun around, gives it to Ryan and behind the net, put it off the back of the goal. It hits Ryan, goes to the right corner, Kapanen to the blue line to Stetcher. Put him behind the net. Evans there for Seattle. Around the right wing to the blue line, but Kapanen kept it in. It will go right to Cartier. He'll get it out to McCann. He'll dump it in off the right wing boards in the Oilers zone. It'll go in behind the net. Out comes Nurse with it through the middle. Nurse over to the left side. Drift the puck into the Seattle zone. Into the corner. Podkolzin was flying in there. He's done a hit. Beniers will get it out. Tackle on the right wing. Off the right wing boards at the end. Emberton to the corner. Kulak tied up. Puck comes loose. Over to the left wing to Dunn. Dunn from the angle. And that's off the arm of Pickard. Beniers to Dunn. Behind the goal to Kakko. Now to Beniers. Centering pass. And unable to get a shot away was Schwartz. It's covered by Pickard. That was a good defensive play because Jaden Schwartz was right in front of the net.
Yeah, it was Podkolzin down low supporting that play. And they got themselves a pretty good look. And good job defensively in front of the net. And Vasily's a strong man, and he needed to be strong there.
Scored a goal in this game, and he just prevented one. 2-0 Oilers lead. 4:51 gone here in the second period. Face off to the left to Calvin Pickard. McDavid taking the draw against Chandler Stevenson. Comes in front of the net. McCann couldn't get his stick on it. Brown can get it out through the middle to Nugent Hopkins. They'll dump it to the left wing corner of the Seattle zone. McDavid is in on the forecheck. Stevenson trying to get it out and go to the middle of the ice. To McCann now on the left wing. To Alexiak who gets to center ice. He'll shoot it in. It rims on the right. Back to the point. Montour had to come in on the offside. He can't touch it. And now Seattle tags up, brings it in. Burakovsky on the left side, top of the circle in the Oilers zone, looks to the net, thought about shooting, and now he does. Off the shoulder of Pickard. McCann has it in the right corner. To the blue line, to Alexiak in front of the net, off the stick of McCann, and went wide. Nugent Hopkins to the end board. Had his stick hit. McCann got it to the point. Right to Burakovsky, goes to the corner. Burakovsky out to right, and shot hit the stick of Ekholm. Goes wide of the Edmonton net. Alexiak in from the left point, keeping it in. Pass it behind the net to right. Another penalty coming up to Edmonton. Puck to the blue line. Bjorkstrand to Tolvanen. He'll hammer it. Shot. And that goes off of Nugent Hopkins. It goes out of play. The Oilers are going to be shorthanded as we played 6 minutes and 1 second of the second period. 2-0 Oilers lead. We'll take a break. Oilers on the PK when we come back from the Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Believing in yourself takes confidence.
2-0 Oilers lead the Kraken. 6:01 gone in the second. Evan Bouchard's got off for hooking. Oilers shorthanded for the second time in the game. The penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
And the Oilers have been badly outplayed here through the first 6 minutes, and it's been 2 tough shifts for McDavid. It's been a little off tonight. Head-to-head. Connor took one, and then Leon had a chance offensively, and then Connor comes back, and Bouchard with a pretty obvious hooking call after the Oilers turned the puck over a couple times.
Nugent Hopkins able to get it out for Edmonton. It goes off of Henrique into the Seattle zone. Burakovsky out from behind his net.
They got Dunn and Montour, and both guys can really make plays, and they can score from the back end as well.
Burakovsky to center now on the left, off the stick of right. Pickard got it to the right corner, but that's it. Shane Wright behind the net. Kakko right side to the blue line to Beniers. Kakko in the corner. Back to Beniers. Has it on the right wing point. Comes down the boards. Goes to the corner. Cycles the puck to Burakovsky. Couldn't get it back to the blue line, but gets it. Now has it top of the circle to the point to Montour. Over to Burakovsky on the right wing. Brandon Montour in the middle on the blue line. A snapshot off the outside of the post. The traffic in front of the Edmonton net. Wright has it. Cross ice. Gave it away to Ekholm. He's going to skate out for Edmonton. 1-on-1 with Montour. He'll come in. He'll shoot it. That's off the shoulder of Grubauer, and it goes out of play on a rising shot. May have glanced off the mask of Grubauer on that shot by Ekholm.
And don't think for a second Ekholm didn't know that if he fires the high heat, he's got no place but to put that puck over the glass.
Face off that Seattle end.
Janmark and Brown, these guys do a good job turning pucks over in the neutral ice area when they're out in the PK together.
50 seconds left to go in the penalty to Bouchard. 2-0 Oilers lead here in the second period. It's in behind the Seattle net, and it's done up the left wing. Center ice. Schwartz, cross to McCann. Bump that back. And Stevenson, right wing, gave it to Schwartz. Comes into the Oilers zone. To the right wing point to Bjorkstrand. To the corner to Schwartz. Schwartz goes in behind the Edmonton goal. Off the left wing boards to McCann. To the blue line in the middle. It was Dunn. Left wing to McCann. McCann back to Dunn. It misses him, and it goes out and down the ice.
Part of that, though, is the tempo and the pace and relentlessness and the puck pursuit of Brown and Janmark.
McCann at center drops it. Penalty over in 5 seconds. Bjorkstrand comes into the Oiler end. Right wing gives it to Schwartz. They go to the right wing corner now in behind the net. Pass along the boards. Went off Emerson. Schwartz gets it back. In front of the goal. Goes through the slot. Penalty is over. On the right point. Larson got it to the right wing corner. Seattle 0 for 2 on the power play. Schwartz able to get it away from Ekholm. Now to the right wing for Tolvanen. Tolvanen behind the net, picked off by Ekholm. Up to Bouchard, off the boards and out of the zone.
Ekholm tried to reverse the puck and hit the ref's skate. He didn't make much of an effort to get out of the way either, by the way.
Podkolzin, he'll steal it. He'll get it to Kapanen across, and it goes off of McDavid. He tried to bank it in front of the net, couldn't get it through.
Shoot the puck.
The left wing, Larson to center ice. McDavid stole it. And that goes offside at the Edmonton blue line as we played 8 minutes and 42 seconds of the second period. And Edmonton up 2-0 on Seattle.
All that directness that Edmonton played with in the first period where they were putting pucks on the net first chance they got. That time they made one extra pass, and by the time the puck got to McDavid, it was too late for him to do anything. They just needed to funnel one a little earlier.
Face off just outside the Edmonton blue line. McDavid, Draisaitl, and Hyman out there with Stetcher and Nurse. Beniers taking the draw for the Kraken. Goes to Hyman. Put it in off the right wing boards. Alexiak in behind his net. Come on, Tour will rim it. Kept in by Nurse. Goes to Hyman. Left corner up to Draisaitl to McDavid. The shot and it's saved by Grubauer. Puck along the left wing boards. McDavid top of the circle. Out of the middle to Hyman.
How's that not that's not...
Goes to the left wing corner. McDavid out of the corner. He'll come in front of the net. Kicking his shot away. Loose puck in the slot. And Tanev will get to it. He'll bring it out for Seattle.
Leon's not pleased. He got completely hauled down on the play. Look out, backside.
Tanev out to Beniers. The shot and the save made by Pickard.
These guys are missing a good game tonight. Stripes. It's a 2-0 game, and they're managing it like the Oilers have got a 2-0 lead, Cam.
Oilers come close. That thing was just sitting there in the slot. David went for the backhand, and it went off of Hyman. Grubauer kept it out. He didn't know where it was, though.
Should have been a power play for him. You can't haul two different guys down.
Face off to the right of Pickard.
Hyman and Draisaitl both hauled down right in prime scoring areas. As you can tell, I didn't like that call.
That's right. Arvidsson had to hit the camera right on the glass at the blue line, and that will go out of play. I have a face-off in the Oilers' zone to the right of Pickard again. Henry taking the draw against Stevenson. There's to Bouchard, right wing corner. He'll get it out through the middle to Arvidsson. He'll come into the Seattle zone. He'll shoot it, miss on the short side. That goes to the right wing. Bouchard kept it in for the Oilers to Jeff Skinner and to Victor Arvidsson. To the blue line to Bouchard down the left wing for Ekholm. Goes to the left wing corner. Now in behind the Seattle net to the right side. Try to get it towards the goal. Went off of Mahura. Puck in the left wing corner. Henry to Bouchard to Ekholm, and his one-time shot goes wide. Tolvanen will get it out. Ekholm to his own end for Bouchard. Will get it out through center ice. Goes off of Jeff Skinner right to Arvidsson. Hacked away by Kakko. Got it out. Henrique will shoot it back in. Oilers will make changes. We got 9:40 to go in the second period. 2-0 Oilers lead. Both goals coming in the first.
Given that they've had both power plays, the fact that the shots are even in this period says something.
Here's Brown, who come in on the right wing into the Seattle zone, drops it to McDavid. Goes to the right corner. McDavid in front to Brown. Couldn't get the shot through. Puck in the right wing corner. Nugent Hopkins to McDavid. Comes out. His shot and it's saved made by Grubauer. He's able to cover it up. 9:18 to go in the second. 2-0. Oilers lead the Kraken. We'll be right back from Climate Pledge Arena here in Seattle. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network. Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer here in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling. Home and no payments and no interest for 1 year. 2-0 Oilers lead. Vasily Podkolzin and Jeff Skinner, the Oilers goal scorers.
Oilers have only given up 6 shots on goal against in the entire game. That's through 30 minutes plus here, and they've been shorthanded twice. They've yet to have a power play.
We got 9:18 to go in the second. That's amazing. Only give up 6 shots and be shorthanded twice. Face off the Seattle zone to the left to Grubauer. McDavid wins the draw. Goes to the right point. Bouchard will shoot it. Glove save. Grubauer will hold on. Oilers had a ton of zone time in that Seattle end in the first period. Second period.
Seattle had a good first 6 minutes, but Edmonton after that second kill started to come on a bit here.
Could feel that momentum swing back. On tour behind his net around the Burakovsky. Won't get it out. McDavid just missed Nugent Hopkins. It was behind the goal. Alexiak to the left wing. Off the glass. Glove down by Bouchard. He kept it in. Cross to McDavid. Comes down the left wing. To the left wing corner. In behind the net. Wraps it in front. Poked on goal by Brown. Saved by Grubauer. Back in the left wing corner. Connor Brown to the point. Ekholm across to Bouchard. Has it on the right wing. Over to Ekholm. Back to Bouchard. Off the left wing corner boards. Nugent-Hopkins got it behind the net to McDavid. David to the right. McDavid in front of the net. It goes off of Grubauer. There's a loose puck at the side of the goal, and Alexiak will get it up in the air and out. Oilers with good pressure. Matthias Ekholm at the Edmonton blue line to Bouchard. 2-0 Oilers lead here in the second period. From the left wing to McDavid. Comes into the Seattle zone. 8:15 to go in this second period. To the point to Kulak. He'll get it towards the net. Scores! What a play is right. Connor Brown to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. And Nugent-Hopkins makes it 3-0 Edmonton.
Well, that was some kind of play by Connor Brown. I mean, we mentioned the fact that points per 60, he is third on the team. 5v5 for Edmonton, and he now has 18 points in his last 26 games. This is only his fourth game that he has played with one of McDavid or Draisaitl.
Nugent-Hopkins has goals in 3 straight games. That's his 10th of the year.
And Kulak will draw the other assist on a 4-way passing play.
And the Oilers up 3-0 on the Kraken. A shot into Seattle zone. Larson chops it around, kept in by Nurse. Towards the net, kicked out by Grubauer. Larson up through the middle, get it out to Tolvanen. Comes into the Oiler end on the right wing. Does a little button hook turn. Will shoot it. Stick save made by Pickard. Arvidsson on the right wing to Draisaitl. Got it out of the zone to Arvidsson. Into the Seattle end on the right wing. Pokes it back to the point. Kulak tried to get it low. Didn't get through, but Arvidsson could keep it in. Rim it into the right corner. Draisaitl centering pass. That's just broken up. Puck to the blue line. Arvidsson coming down the left wing. Turns back to the left wing boards. Taken out hard by Wright.
How's that?
Wow. Left wing.
What do you got to do to get a power play in this game if you're the Oilers? I mean,
they'll get one eventually.
I'm not sure they will. I mean, Shane Wright just drilled the Oilers' Victor Arvidsson right in the turnbuckles.
Up through center ice, off the stick of Nurse, brought in by Hyman now on the left. Hyman towards the net to Janmark, and his save made by Grubauer as Janmark redirected it. 6:57 to go here in the second period, 3-0 Oilers lead.
Well, it's been good. There's no question about that. But as solid of an outing as we've seen all season long.
11:52, time of that last goal. Here's Emberson, right point, his shot. Grubauer, the save, and that one hit his right pad after that one was redirected. It goes to the right corner. Hyman around the board. Stetcher has to come in from the blue line. Runs into Tanev, but kept it in. Mahura. From Myers. Myers will get it out. Myers on the right wing to Tanev, into the Oilers zone. Stops on the right wing. The end boards to Myers. Puck goes in behind the Edmonton net. Emberson on the boards with Cartier. Penalty coming up to the Kraken when they touch it. Pickard's going to go to the bench for the extra attacker on the delayed penalty. And it's Emberson in behind the Edmonton goal. Janmark, he'll skate out through the middle. Drops it to McDavid. Kako touches it. And the Oilers will get their first power play of the evening.
Oilers' power play has moved up
Seattle 12, 2-minute minor hook
to 10th in the league at 23.7%. Seattle's penalty killing is 18th in the league at 78.9%. Cam Moon.
All right. Power play brought to you by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Faceoff will be to the right of Grubauer. Last night, Edmonton only had one power play. They scored on it. And Draisaitl will take the draw. And the puck goes to the line, but it does come out. The Oilers have to regroup. There's Bouchard on the right wing. 3-0 Edmonton in the second. To McDavid, comes into the Seattle zone. He's going to cut to the net. The shot save. Grubauer, and he covers it up. We get the whistle. Hyman went to the front of the net.
Love the net drive there by Connor McDavid. It's one way to keep the opposition team honest.
Yep. Fires the Jets on down the right wing.
It's not an automatic curl into a half board. It's set up.
Faceoff will be to the right of Grubauer. take the draw against Stevenson. Draisaitl wins it. It goes to the line. Great work by Bouchard to keep it in. Comes down the right wing. Bouchard in front of the net. It skips off the stick of Draisaitl. Now he has it. Nugent Hopkins to Draisaitl up near the left wing point. Brings it across the middle to McDavid. McDavid over to the right wing for Draisaitl. Has it at the right side. He'll shoot it off the glove of Grubauer. Puck to the inboard. Draisaitl sweeps it back to the blue line to Bouchard. Cross the line to Nugent Hopkins. To Bouchard. Left wing or right wing to Draisaitl, top of the circle. Into the right corner to McDavid. In front of the net. Just off the stick of Hyman and wide. Comes back to Bouchard. His shot. Oh, that just missed. The net and Hyman.
He was aiming for, I don't know how Zach didn't score either time. I don't know how it didn't get deflected in on the second time. And his stick was right in the right spot to bury that one on the first one.
Got cleared out. And here's McDavid into the Seattle zone to Nugent Hopkins. Off the left wing to the right point to Draisaitl. Right wing corner to McDavid to Draisaitl. In front of the goal, Hyman bounces it towards the net, and it's covered up by Grubauer. 37 seconds to go in the penalty to Karche.
Hyman could have 3 goals in this power play.
Unreal. 3-0 Oilers lead, 4:43 to go in this second. Oh, out of Grubauer just got there before.
He did a job.
He did. He didn't have a choice. Otherwise, Hyman was supposed to put it in. Face off to the right of Grubauer.
A rare opportunity, 37 seconds for the second power play unit to work.
Henrique wins the draw. Puck on the left point. Nurse brings it to the middle of the ice. Left side, Jeff Skinner. Shot off the post. Skinner has it on the left wing. To the point for Nurse. Nurse to Skinner, cross ice to Ekholm, and hit a stick, had to glove it down. Gives the puck to Nurse, his shot, that one gets blocked, and it's cleared out by Evans.
Well, I talk about scoring opportunities in the power play. The Oilers had a ton of them.
Ekholm on the right wing, got it in over the line to Cap, and in his pass across, that's picked off. And it's Chandler Stevenson with Tanev to come in, shoot! Stevenson steals it. Stick side on Pickard. And Seattle gets on the board. The Oilers lead now 3-1.
Kasperi Kapanen, second time in this game we've seen an Oiler support player try to do too much. And it's cost Edmonton a 3-goal lead here in a game in which Seattle's been completely outplayed. 2-on-1. Stevenson's had multiple 60-point seasons. Just a bad, high-risk, behind-the-back pass. Go get it back if you're Kapanen.
Stevenson gets his 5th of the year. 15:56 time of that goal.
That play can't happen.
Well, not a shorthanded goal. The penalty to Karche had just expired. Here's Bjorkstrand into the Oiler end on the right wing. Couldn't get it to the middle. Kulak blocked it. Up the left for Brown. It doesn't get out. Puck goes to Tolvanen. His shot misses on the short side. Emberson up against the boards. It comes loose. Tolvanen will take it to the right wing point. Montour's shot. The blocker save made by Pickard. From behind the Edmonton net goes over to the left wing. Connor Brown. Over to Emberson. 3-1 Edmonton. 3:14 to go here in the second. Puck cleared out. It's Brown down the right wing. Into the Seattle zone. Stops on the right wing boards. To Derek Ryan. Little in behind the net. Dunn steals that. Peeled it off his stick. Vince Dunn will come up the left wing for Seattle. It's in a right. Shoots it in. Rims hard on the right. Bjorkstrand off the right wing boards. To the corner to Montour. He'll take a hit from Nurse. Puck goes to Beniers. On the right wing, corner, Beniers in behind the net, over to the left, has it at the hash marks, goes into the corner, tried to center it, went off of Draisaitl, comes back to Beniers, to the point, Alexiak on the right to Montour, it's shot off the stick of Nurse, hits the end glass. Stetcher battling in the corner with Schwartz. Puck goes behind the net to Kakko, takes it over to the right wing. And to Schwartz, to Kakko. Kako cross ice pass. And Oleksiak had slipped in for the point, but it went off his stick. Montour across on the right for Kako. Goes to the right wing corner. 2:10 to go in the second. 3-1 Edmonton leads to Montour, right wing point, over to Oleksiak, into the slot area to Schwartz. Off the left wing boards in the corner to Kako. Lost the puck to Nurse. Get it up the right wing. The Draisaitl to the middle of the ice for Janmark. Just got it out. Here. Those guys are tired.
Janmark's got to get off. Brown's got to get off.
They do. Up the left wing. Burakovsky will direct it back in. Rimmed on the right to Stetcher. Stetcher across to Draisaitl, now to Podkolzin. Comes into the Seattle zone down the left wing. Goes in behind the net, over to the right. On the right wing boards to Arvidsson. His shot wide off the corner boards. Home will keep it in. Pumps it right back around. It goes to the right wing, and it's Arvidsson to Bouchard. And shot, and it's saved. Made by Grubauer. It's Podkolzin. May have got a stick on that. It was a good save made by Grubauer. He was able to cover it. We'll take a break. Minute 23 to go in the second period. 3-1. Oilers lead the Kraken. From the Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle, it's for Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network. Bob Stauffer, we are here at the Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle. 3-1 Edmonton leads. Vasily Podkolzin, Jeff Skinner, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, they've scored for Edmonton. Chandler Stevenson has the goal for the Kraken. Minute 23 to go here in the second period. It's the start of a 4-game swing for the Oilers. They go to Boston, Pittsburgh, and Chicago on this trip. Return home for the 13th of January, play the LA Kings. McDavid, Nugent-Hopkins, and Brown are out there with Bouchard and Ekholm. Face off in the Seattle zone to the left of Grubauer. Stevenson taking the draw for the Kraken. It'll go to Montour. He's in behind his net. Up the right wing, off of Tanev. It'll go down the ice, and they'll call that icing against Seattle. Seattle with a 4-3 shootout loss to Vancouver their last game. Before that, a win against Utah. They're 17-19-3 coming into this. The Oilers, of course, that win against Anaheim. Before that, beat Utah. 23-12-3 for the Oilers. Shots 23-8 for Edmonton to this point. But Seattle taking advantage of a break. Chandler Stevenson with the goal to get them at least to within a couple. And Bouchard has it on the right wing point, down the right side to Nugent-Hopkins. Tried to return pass to Bouchard. It goes off of McCann, and it comes out. Bouchard, right wing to Brown. Now to McDavid, just got it in. Puck cleared out. We're into the last minute here of the second period. McCann flipped it into the Oilers zone. It goes to the right corner. Tanev around to the left wing boards for Stevenson. Behind the net to Tanev, now on the right. McCann will walk out and shot. And his save made by Pickard. Hit him in the left shoulder. Puck to the right wing point. Montour won't be able to keep it in. It is cleared by Nugent-Hopkins. Goes to McDavid. Comes into the Seattle zone. Goes to the left corner. Now in behind the net. The puck to the right side where McDavid will get it to the middle to Ekholm. His shot hit Tanev. Goes to the left wing corner. 25 seconds to go in the period. Matthias Ekholm around the right wing boards to McDavid. McDavid out of that right corner behind the net. Stops. Wanted to get a pass to Bouchard on the point. Goes off the stick of Jaden Schwartz, and he'll bring it out off the left wing boards and in. 8 seconds to go in the period. Bouchard up the right wing, able to get it out off the skate of Hyman, and Beniers just about stole it, but he does not. Period comes to an end. Oilers up by a score of 3-1 after 40 minutes.
Should be more. The shots are 24-9 Edmonton in this game. McDavid wasn't.
Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle. Cam Moon, Bob Stauffer, high above the ice surface. 3-1 Edmonton lead. Vasily Podkolzin, Jeff Skinner, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins scoring for the Oilers. Chandler Stevenson has the goal for Seattle. We're getting ready for the third period of play, and great to have you on board along the Oilers Radio Network. Draisaitl, Podkolzin, and Arvidsson to start the period off with Nurse and Kulak.
Safe rain container has finished loading. Safe rain container has finished loading. HTML5 standard banner has finished loading.
For the Kraken. Edmonton enjoying a 24-10 shot advantage through 40 minutes. Drop the puck. We're underway in the third. Montour with it up the blue line through the middle. Missed Schwartz with it. Goes cross corner. Kulak behind behind his net, up the left side. Gets to the line, off of Podkolzin and out. Podkolzin trying to dig it out of the skates of Beniers. Right at center ice, does get it to Draisaitl off the right wing boards. It goes into the Seattle zone. Arvidsson battles on the right side with Alexiak. It goes in behind the net. Alexiak up the right wing to Schwartz. Gets pushed by Podkolzin. The puck goes to Alexiak. He'll rim it up near the blue line. It goes just off of Nurse. It comes out. Shot back in by Podkolzin. Oilers will make a change. It's Alexiak stopping in behind his goal for Seattle. Over to Montour on the right, back to Alexiak. Up the left wing, skips it out. McCann to Stevenson. Into the Oiler end it goes. It was offside, so Seattle had to tag up. Bouchard across to Ekholm. Now to McDavid. It's just in over the line. Evans got it out. Shot back in by Bouchard. Out from behind his net. Riker Evans up the right wing to Burakovsky. Pinched upon by Ekholm. Now to Dunn, up the left wing to McCann. He'll direct it in. Seattle makes changes. Now to the right wing corner of the Oilers zone. It's Bouchard. Now to the boards. It's Bjorkstrand to keep it in. His pass way behind Tolvanen. Janmark to Henrique. Front of the Edmonton bench. Back to Bouchard. Through the middle. Nobody there for Edmonton. So it's Evans. Cross to Dunn. Now he gets to right. They chop it over to the right side to Tolvanen to right side the Oiler end as they go towards that corner along that right wing. Shane Wright to the right wing corner to Tolvanen to right. He gets taken to the boards. Loose puck to Ekholm. He'll get it high in the air and out.
Gias has got to get off the ice. He's been out there for a minute and a half or so.
Inside the Edmonton blue line, it's Emberson. Left wing to Janmark at center. Forced back by Bjorkstrand. Cross to Stetcher. Stetcher to Janmark. And now he'll skate through the neutral zone. Into the Seattle end. Comes down the right wing. Janmark goes behind the net. Centers it. And the save by Grubauer. He centered that. It hit Myers. It would have went in. But Grubauer is able to hold on. And now Garrett Ryan gets into it a little bit in front of that Seattle net. 2:25 gone in the third. 3-1 Edmonton leads.
Ben Myers in for Yanni Gourde, who's out with a minor injury. Yanni Gourde is a pending UFA. $5.166 million. I think there'd be some teams interested in him, especially if Seattle were to retain some significant dollars on that. Pretty good player.
I saw Ben Myers downstairs. He just got here in time from Kachel.
Well, he just worked over Derek Ryan twice with cross checks.
Takes out to the right of Grubauer. Gets to the corner. Montour off the right wing boards down the ice. The icing against the Kraken. Oilers will face Seattle 3 more times. They're at home to Seattle on January 27th and March 22nd. In Seattle on the 27th of March. Face off to the left to Grubauer. Puck gets to the corner. Montour spins it up the left wing. And cuts to the middle as he'll loop back into his own end. Montour right in front of his own net. Over to the right side. He's being forced back by Jeff Skinner. And across. And the puck cleared up the left wing and just out. And here's Stetcher on the left side. He'll shoot it in. Rims on the right. Tanev to the right wing corner. Tied up by Ryan. And Mahura gets the loose puck. Up the left wing to Myers. Myers across to Montour. In over the line to Karche. And shot and a save made by Pickard. Hit him in the left shoulder. Puck gets into the corner in the Oilers zone. 3-1 Edmonton lead here in the third. Alexiak on the left wing to the blue line to Tanev. Off the left wing boards to Alexiak in the corner. He'll get it in front to Myers. Great save made by Pickard. And he'll cover it up. Ben Myers with a chance. Point blank look. And Pickard there to make the stop.
Well, that play happened because the Oilers, that fourth line was undisciplined in terms of, you're up by 2 goals here. You don't need to send the third guy in supporting the puck in offensive cycle. Keep them in so that they're not burning you back in the transition. Then Darnell Nurse got tied up to the blue line, and he's wondering why there wasn't a call there. And they ended up getting a good look, and maybe Calvin Pickard's best save of the game.
Yeah. That's probably the most dangerous chance so far. Nurse up the right wing. Push it to the middle. He was trying to get it to Draisaitl instead. Kako will get it in. Cross-ice pass off the stick of Beniers. Goes over to the boards. And Arvidsson to Nurse. Now to Draisaitl into the Seattle zone. Drops it to Arvidsson. He'll shoot it, and that's blocked. And Alexiak's able to get it out. Goes back into the Oilers zone. So Nurse, little reverse play to Kulak. And up the left wing to Podkolzin. Off the boards and out. Done just to the Edmonton blue line. That's it. Draisaitl takes it into his own end. Ekholm will go in behind the Oiler net. 4 minutes, 15 seconds gone here in the third. 3-1, Edmonton leads. Oilers able to change the forward.
How passive this forecheck is.
As Ekholm comes out from behind the goal. Up to Brown, off his stick and in. It goes to the right wing corner. McCann flipped it to the line and out. And a Burakovsky. Burakovsky will come into the Oiler end on the right wing. Stops up top of the circle. They gave it away. McDavid comes down the left wing. He'll go cross ice to Bouchard. He gets in over the line. Right wing to Brown. Off the corner boards. It goes in behind the net. Evans got it around to the left side, but it goes to McDavid. To the left wing point for Ekholm. Across the line to Bouchard. Couldn't get a shot through. Burakovsky will skate it out for Seattle. Cross to Evans on the right wing. Into the Oilers zone. Right wing boards to Burakovsky. Checked away from him by McDavid. He's able to get it out. That's center ice. Shot in by Montour. Goes off of Matthias Ekholm. He gets it to sit down. He'll take it in behind the net. Ekholm up the left wing to Henrique. Flips it into the Seattle end. Dunn had it hop on him. Hyman can take the puck on the left wing into that Seattle zone. Goes to the left wing boards. Now to Henrique, to Hyman. Bumped by Mahura. Puck comes free. Adam Henrique to the blue line on the left wing point. It's Nurse. Around behind the net for Hyman. Spins to the left corner. Got it to the slot, but it was Bjorkstrand for the Kraken to get it out up the right wing. For Tolvin in at center ice. 3-1 Oilers lead. We're here in the third period. Just about 6 minutes gone. Mahura forced back into his own end. Janmark takes him to the boards. Puck comes loose. Mahura got it to the middle up the right wing to Bjorkstrand. And Bjorkstrand will get it out. And it's knocked down at center ice by Henrique. Give it to Stetcher. Stetcher at his own blue line across to Kulak. Kulak into the Seattle zone for Janmark near the left wing point. Rims it. It goes by Kulak all the way around the boards. Off the stick of Tanev. Comes out to the neutral zone. Bouncing puck to Derek Ryan. Into his own end for Emberson. Emberson over to Kulak. His own blue line. Back to Ty Emberson. Just got the puck into the Seattle zone. Emberson ran into Kapanen. Puck rolls down to Grubauer. He's got to cover it. As we've played 6 minutes, 39 seconds of the third, 3-1 Oilers lead the Kraken. We'll be right back from the Climate Pledge Arena here in Seattle. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, they recommend pairing.
Cal Moon and Bob Stauffer. We are here in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. Oilers in Seattle up 3-1. We have played 6 minutes, 39 seconds of the third period.
Edmonton Oil Kings closed the deal. 5-2 victory at home tonight against Lethbridge. They won in Lethbridge 7-3 last night, and they play tomorrow at 4 p.m. against Lethbridge. Braden Yeager now with the Winnipeg Jets. He was the Pittsburgh Penguins' first-round pick. Tonight's third star just back from the World Juniors.
Puck brought in over the line. Montour, his pass to the middle, broken up by Podkolzin, and Oilers come the other way. Arvidsson down the right wing, over the line to Draisaitl. Oh, what a save by Grubauer, and he covers it up. Leon Draisaitl got his stick on it. That would have went in, and Grubauer made a tremendous save and covers it.
It's maybe the best save we've seen him make as a Kraken. It's a reach across, and maybe a little bit late in the pass from Arvidsson. Leon made a pretty good play just to get anything on it.
Good stop by Grubauer coming across. Nice little saucer pass by Victor Arvidsson. Face off to the right of Grubauer.
This has been Edmonton's best line in this game.
Podkolzin does have a goal from Draisaitl and Arvidsson. That was to open the scoring in the first period, just 57 seconds in. The puck back to the left wing point. Nurse to the slot for Podkolzin to the blue line. Kulak over to Nurse towards the net, blockered away by Grubauer. And up the right wing, Kako. Give the puck to Beniers. Back into his own zone. Montour over to Alexiak. Back to Montour. The left wing for Schwartz. Comes into the Oiler end. Cuts across the top of the circle. To the right to Kako. And that's kicked out by Pickard. The rebound. Shot towards the net. And scores. Dunn let a shot go on that rebound. Pickard made the second save. Couldn't make the third one. Schwartz was able to score from about 3 feet out. And the Oiler lead is cut to 3-2.
Now, was it the off-speed pitch on the shot or how Pickard controlled the rebound or lack thereof? You tell me what happens. Sort of a broken play and just right place, right time. Dave Schwartz always seems to get one against him. I don't know what it is.
Well, when Dunn shot it, his stick cratered.
Yeah.
So it didn't get to Pickard as you would normally expect. And there was Schwartz to
tap it home.
Get his 13th of the year.
But the Oilers have let a team hang around again.
Yep. Burakovsky's going to get it out. It's going to go down the ice. It'll be icing. But now you've got a Seattle team that, the Oilers have been a better club to this point, but now they're within one.
By a mile.
Yep.
This hasn't been close.
But now it is. And you got to deal with it as such.
Yep.
So Schwartz is 13th of the year at 7:27 of the third period. Has the Kraken to within one. Oilers lead now 3-2. Face off to the right of Grubauer. Dunn will take it behind the net. Goes over to the left wing. Off the left wing boards. He got it out. And center ice. McCann to Chandler Stevenson. Dunn and Kako pick up the assists on that goal by Schwartz. Puck cleared out. Evans has it at center ice. They shoot it in off the corner glass. Bouchard, the right wing to Brown, to the middle for Ekholm. Ekholm will bounce that puck into the Seattle end. It's done. It's 500th NHL game here tonight. To Evans, up the right boards, down the ice. It's icing against Seattle. So we'll see if that swings the momentum.
Back-to-back games, opposition teams have had nothing going. Last night it was Connor Brown turnover just inside the Oilers' blue line, or the opposition blue line, that led to a Brett Leeson breakaway 2-1 game. And tonight it was a giveaway from Kasperi Kapanen. And basically what amounted to ended up being an even strength goal, but really it was a shorty, Chandler Stevenson.
Yeah, the penalty had just expired a couple of seconds.
This probably should have been a 5-0 game after 2 for Edmonton. Instead, we're at 3-2, and the Oilers got some work to do here.
His own blue line is Zach Hyman. Comes through the middle, over to the right wing, off the right wing, boards it in. Evans turns on it, goes behind his net, gives it to Montour up the right wing. Now to right. Right lost it at his own blue line, and Henrique will get the puck in on the right wing to Hyman. Around on the left to Janmark. Shoots it back to the right corner to Hyman. Hyman holds off Evans and then checked on the play. Right will bring it out. The Oiler blue line. Now to Bjorkstrand. In on the left wing about top of the circle. Forced out of the zone by Hyman. Seattle still with control of the puck. Montour will shoot it in. 3-2 Oilers. 10:49 to go in the third period.
Leon Draisaitl wasn't ready to go on the ice. They quick shifted him. Didn't have his to work on a stick in his lookout.
Up the right wing, puck brought out by the Oilers. It's Draisaitl through the middle, in over the line. Right wing now to McDavid, in front to Skinner. He couldn't get the shot away. Just getting his stick in there at the last second was Mahura, and the puck out to center ice.
Well, now we know why he wasn't ready to go. They short-shifted McDavid and Draisaitl here.
McDavid gets the puck into the middle of the ice, and Jeff Skinner couldn't get his stick on that. It goes over to the left wing. Draisaitl.
Playing a hunch. Chris Knobloch's got Skinner up.
Out to McDavid. He's on the right wing point. Through the middle to Draisaitl. Now on the left wing at about top of the circle in the Seattle zone. To the corner to McDavid. To go in behind the goal. To Bouchard, and shot, and is saved by Grubauer. He'll hold on to it. We got 9:58 to go in the third. 3-2. The Oilers lead the Kraken. We'll be right back from the Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle. It's Four Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network. 58 to go in the third. Taking on the Kraken here in Seattle. Cam Moon along with Bob Stopper with the Climate Pledge Arena. Goal by Jaden Schwartz at 7:27 of the third period for the Kraken. His 13th of the year has got Seattle right back into this game. Face off to the left to Grubauer. McDavid to Brown. He goes into the right corner. He's in behind the Seattle net over to the left side. Back to the line to Ekholm. His shot, glove saved by Grubauer. Had to deal with Nugent Hopkins, who was in front of the goal. Face off over to Grubauer's right. Oilers on a lead at one point. Seattle is chipped away with a couple. Back to the left wing point. Bouchard to Ekholm. Hammers it off the corner boards. Burakovsky to get it out off the right wing. McCann chasing after it in the Oiler end. Goes to the right corner. Put it off the outside of the goal. And Ekholm to Bouchard up the right wing. Now to McDavid. To Brown to McDavid into the end. In front of the net to Bouchard in his redirection just wide of the Seattle goal. It comes out. Ekholm will shoot it back in.
Oilers' finish has been a little off tonight, Cam. They've had some chances. And the shots are 29-15 for Edmonton.
Alexiak out of his zone up the left wing off the stick of Benier. Goes in behind the Edmonton goal. And Kako on the right wing, back to the point, to Montour, to Kako, to the side of the net, a bouncing puck, and Nurse has to go in behind the goal. Kulak can poke it up the right wing, Benier's going to keep it in for Seattle, to Schwartz. Goes in behind the Edmonton net, to the right wing corner. For Kako, now to Schwartz. Schwartz dumped down by Draisaitl. Through the middle, finds Kulak, up to the blue line. Goes to Draisaitl, skate out through center ice. Into the Seattle end, left wing to Podkolzin. Podkolzin to the net, his shot. May have gone off the shoulder of Grubauer. Drilled towards the net and deflected out of play as Kulak let it go. And he hit somebody in front of the net and went up and over the glass out of play. 8:26 going to third, 3-2 Oilers lead.
Colson, that's what you're looking for. You see that, you think, he's 23. Where does he get to at 25, 26? He puts in the work. This is why Leon loves playing.
Yep. Plays physical, keeps plays alive in the opposition zone, goes to the net. Henrique wins the draw. It's just so clean it comes out. Stetcher to Emberson in the neutral zone. Now to Janmark of direct.
He touched the puck.
For sure he did. Absolutely he did. They called that icing.
He's talking to him the whole way. I touched the puck. Hey.
No, he did.
Oh, yeah, but the problem is now it's a D-zone draw on a play that he clearly touched the puck.
Face off to the left of Pickard. Goes in behind the Edmonton net. Emberson up the right wing, off of Hyman and out. Evans into his own zone for Seattle. Cross to Dunn. Now it comes to center ice. Janmark there for the Oilers. Throw it into the right wing corner of the Seattle zone. It goes in behind the net. Right, rims it to Tolvanen, who will go all the way across to Dunn. Dunn now to Bjorkstrand into the Oiler end to Tolvanen. To Bjorkstrand, his shot misses and around the glass and down the ice.
Not sure why the Oilers are selling out with three forwards chasing in the O-zone. 8 minutes left in a one goal with that line on the ice.
Evans just got it out. Ryan to Skinner. Jeff Skinner got it into the Seattle zone, but Cartier gets it loose. Clears it. Skinner shoots it back in. Evans on the end boards. Over to Montour in the corner. Back to Evans. Up the left wing to Cartier. Off his stick goes down into the Edmonton end. Tanev on the end boards. Lost it. Ryan will bounce it out. Skinner into the Seattle zone. Goes to the right corner. Gets taken off of it in behind the net. Montour over to Mahura. Come up the right wing. Then Mahura fires it down. He was looking for Tanev to get there first. He doesn't. And it's icing against Seattle. With 6:54 to go in the third. Edmonton up 3-2.
And we're going to see McDavid Draisaitl. I guess Nugent Hopkins here. O-zone draw.
Face off to the right. Grubauer, Nugent Hopkins with goals in 3 straight games. Got 10 on this season. And the puck goes to the left wing, and it's Draisaitl top of the circle to the blue line, but off the stick of Tanev, and it comes out. Bouchard to Nugent Hopkins. In over the line, over to the left wing, his shot off a stick. Oh, it almost got over to Draisaitl. That got broken up by Montour. Center ice is shot in by Myers. So Ekholm up the left wing to Draisaitl. Back to McDavid. Weaves his way through center. Got in over the line to Draisaitl. Comes across that blue line. Left wing corner to Nugent Hopkins. To the blue line to Ekholm. Rolls it around to the right side. Draisaitl up against the boards with Alexiak. It's rimmed to McCann. He's able to get it, well, at least to the blue line. Alexiak's got to follow the play. 6 minutes to go in the third. 3-2, Oilers lead.
One thing I don't like about having those 3 guys on the ice is one of them should be your second line center, shouldn't they?
Dumped into the Oilers zone. It's Bouchard through the middle to Janmark. He's got Hyman with him. Gives it to Hyman. In over the Seattle line. Cuts to the middle. Here's a backhand and the save made by Grubauer. Good opportunity there for Zach Hyman. We're going to take a break. 5:41 to go here in the third period. 3-2, Edmonton leading the Kraken from the Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle. It's Fort Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Score big with the unmatched purity of Clearwater Vodka, the perfect companion for Oilers fans.
Here at the Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle, 3-2, Oilers lead. 5:41 to go in the third period. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. The face-off in the Seattle zone to the right, Philip Grubauer. Henrique, Hyman, and Janmark on the ice with Nurse and Stetson. But here's taking the draw for the Kraken. Puck goes to Hyman on the left wing, goes into the corner. Slides in behind the net to the right. Tried to get a backhand through. Could not. Schwartz will get it out through right across to Kako on the right wing. Kako off the right wing boards. He'll dump it in. Goes in behind the net. Now to Hyman up the right wing. Hyman to center ice. Into the Seattle zone. Takes the hit from Kako. Bounces right off of it. The Beniers gets a loose puck. Evans to center ice off the stick of Schwartz. It'll go down into the Oilers zone. That's icing against Seattle with 5:08 to go here in the third period. Shots now 30-16 for Edmonton. Yet somehow Seattle's within 1 goal.
Yeah, the Oilers have let a couple teams hang around here in the last couple games, Cam. And they've created lots of looks and lots of opportunities. Last night's shot total against Anaheim was deceptive. Tonight it is not. Edmonton's outplayed 71% of the expected goals for here.
Here's Arvidsson off the draw, and the save made by Grubauer. Face-off win by Leon Draisaitl. Colson, Skinner, and Nugent Hopkins scoring for Edmonton. Stevenson and Schwartz have the goals.
Arvidsson, McDavid, and Janmark could all use a goal right now. They're all fighting a little bit, finish-wise.
Draisaitl will take the draw against Chandler Stevenson. Draisaitl wins it. Arvidsson's shot. It gets blocked. Colson, he'll shoot it. Hits Tanev. It goes up into the air. It's in the slot. And then Stevenson hits it across to McCann. Will skate up the left wing. McCann,
that one hurt Tanev.
It did. Dumped into the Oilers zone. Kulak being pressured by Stevenson. Goes to Colson left corner. Up to the line. Over the stick of Montour and out. That's center ice. And Bjorkstrand back into his own end. Winds things up. Comes through the middle for Seattle. We get to center ice. He'll shoot it in. Touched by an Oiler high stick. We get the whistle with 4:26 to go in the third. And Oilers up by 1. Faceoff will be to the left of Calvin Pickard.
Oilers have won 62% of the faceoffs through 2 periods in this game. We need one here now.
And it's 60.4 right now. So it's been a pretty good game in the faceoff circle for us.
Lost that one.
Puck goes to Alexiak, right point. Can't get a shot through it. Bounces. It comes in front of the net. To right, and he put it over the goal. Puck comes in front of the net again off the stick of right. Sent to the blue line. Bjorkstrand keeping it in. Over to right on the left wing boards in the Oilers zone. Lead him behind the net. McDavid will pick it up and drop it back to Bouchard. 4 minutes to go in the third. 3-2 Oilers lead. Long pass for Brown. Misses. And it's icing against the Oilers.
Unforced error from Evan there. You just reverse back to your partner. They were backing off. Instead, he airmails the puck 150 feet up the ice looking for Brown. The puck's hopping on him.
Face-off will be to the right of it. David up against Kako. And the puck to Tanev, has it left wing, top of the circle. For Kako, skips off his stick, goes to the right side. Beniers, right wing, lost the puck to Ekholm to flip it out, clubs down.
Smart play by Ekholm.
Kako on the right wing, shoot it in. Bouchard goes behind the Edmonton net. Tanev flying in there, banks it off the left wing side now. Connor Brown unable to get it into the zone, but McDavid will shoot it in. It's in behind the Seattle net. Evans coming out with it. Evans up the right wing to Burakovsky. Burakovsky to right. Into the Oilers zone, right wing. Lost it. Oilers come out. 2-on-1. Janmark with Hyman. In over the line. Janmark to Hyman. Oh, it hopped over his stick. What a chance. And Burakovsky will come up the right wing. Over center ice, he'll shoot it in. 3 minutes to go in the third. Oilers up 3-2 on the Kraken. Puck goes to the right wing point. Montour down the right boards to Burakovsky's shot. Goes off of Henrique and wide. In the right corner, puck comes out. Right shot. And that one goes off of Henrique. The rim on the right wing. When we get to the blue line, Burakovsky will fire his shot high and wide of the Edmonton net. Against the boards inside the Edmonton zone at the top of the circle. Alexiak in front to right. He'll drop it. Burakovsky couldn't get a shot through. It goes to the blue line. Montour. That's blocked by Janmark. He will get it out. He's got Hyman. He'll give him the pass. He'll bring it into the Seattle zone. It goes off his stick into the corner.
Well, they got to look at pulling him here right now. 2 minutes left. They got puck possession.
3-2 Oilers lead. Schwartz weaves up to the line. There goes Grubauer to the bench for the extra attacker. It's in behind the Oiler net. Bouchard on the right to Arvidsson. Will get it out to Draisaitl. He's got an empty goal down the right wing. He's got Podkolzin, but he'll just go in. And Draisaitl scores! Leon Draisaitl with the empty netter makes it 4-2 Edmonton.
That's 29 for the King of Leon, and this has been his year. It's another even strength goal. It's 22nd even strength goal of the year, and the two Seattle players clipped skates, and Bjorkstrand was the last man back. That's over.
18:02, time of the goal. Draisaitl already had an assist in this game, so his point streak was to 14 games. Now he has goals in 4 straight games. Draisaitl had the game winner last night against Anaheim. And Draisaitl now with goals in 4 straight games. 4-2 Oilers lead. Dunn in his own zone for the Kraken up the left wing. Off the stick of Beniers and in. Oilers trying to rim it. Won't get out. Stevenson behind the Edmonton net. Battling. Grubauer looking to the bench. He will go to the bench for the extra attacker again. Minute and a half to go here in the third. 4-2 Oilers lead. Kako with it on the right side. The Oilers zone to Stevenson. Stevenson towards the net. It goes off of Bouchard. Nugent-Hopkins will come up to the blue line to Brown. Now to McDavid, but just breaking it up was done. Brown into his own end for Ekholm to Bouchard. Oh, put it towards the net. Oh, and just getting his stick on it was Montour. That was going in.
Montour's a good athlete. Real good play.
Kako down the left wing. Last minute here in the third. 4-2 Oilers lead. Colvin in now on the right wing. Oh, a shot. Now what? Glanced off his stick. Good save made by Pickard. Up along the boards on the left side in the Oilers zone. Nugent-Hopkins will get it out. Brown at center ice had Kako in front of him. We'll get to the Seattle line. Beniers back into his own end. Done. 38 seconds to go here in the third period. Oilers up by a couple. On the right wing to Schwartz. Has to dump it in. Kulak will dump it out. That'll be icing, though.
Kulak's had a strong game for Edmonton. Was +3. Phil will be lining up Brett Kulak after the game here. Okay.
Excellent. Arvidsson and Bouchard got the assists on the Draisaitl empty netter.
That's right, folks. That's an on-air call. It gets made. It's live radio at its best.
Oh.
Seattle call a 30-second timeout.
All right. Timeout by Seattle. 27 seconds left. Oilers are up by a couple. And Leon Draisaitl continues.
It's an amazing season.
It's up to 29 goals and 59 points. So the goal in an assist here this evening. Goals in 4 straight games. Points in 14 straight games.
And Arvidsson and Bouchard on the assists on that goal count.
Yes, that's right.
I know you already mentioned that.
Okay.
I was listening to you.
I wasn't sure.
Oh, I think maybe you were thinking I just wasn't listening.
Well, yeah.
And I often don't.
Face-off will be in the Oilers' zone to the left of Pickard. Seattle net empty. Draisaitl will take the draw against Stevenson. Edmonton trying to make it 3 straight wins. It's into the skates of Draisaitl. It goes to McCann. Down to the blue line. Done. A shot. Lots of traffic. It doesn't get through. McCann behind the net off the stick of Schwartz. Goes to Montour left corner. Centering pass. Nobody there for Seattle. And cleared out by Nugent Hopkins to Arvidsson. He'll turn. He'll shoot it. That hit done. As he's trying to take that shot at the empty net. 5 seconds left. Podkolzin to Draisaitl. To Podkolzin towards the empty net. It's blocked by Dunn. The Oilers will win it 4-2 over the Seattle Kraken. Oilers have won 3 in a row, and that's their 24th win of the year.
This was a dominant performance for the Oilers. I mean, this game should not have been as close as it ultimately turned out to be, but whatever the case, the Edmonton Oilers, Cam Moon, have now won 14 of their last 18 hockey games. They're 14-3-1. They're going pretty good.
Or it doesn't really indicate how this game went.
Totally flattered Seattle tonight in the final score because the Oilers ended up shooting them 32-17 on the road. Could have scored.
Cap PRIVAC White Space. Papa Romeo India Vic.
Calgary starts with a puck here.